Welcome back to the wrap-up. Still love seeing those pink pom-poms as we kind of near the end of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Remember, that's going to run all the way through Monday. Halloween's on Monday, and after that, we'll move into the month of November, which is hard to believe that we're already that far into the year. And when we get this late in the month of October, that means that we're nearing the playoffs as well.
Yeah, and we had a lot of big matchups in 4A, especially last night. Pampa hosting, blanking.
Lubbock Estacado?
No.
Levelland.
Sorry, Levelland. And their quarterback
I'm looking at Lubbock Estacado.
I know, I'm like looking
at,
crazy quarterback on their end.
Yeah, Gerber's a good player. And earlier this year, he scored 10 touchdowns in the game. And we'll show you those highlights in a moment. But first, Borger at home against Lubbock Estacado, and that's a big-time matchup because Borger needing to get things rolling. The Bulldogs certainly running for it in this one, and it's going to be a great game. Here we go in the first quarter. It's Tyrese Nathan picking up 30 yards down the right sideline, forced out of bounds on the same drive. Nathan going to tote the rock again, and he's going to go around the left side, gets a few blocks, and he's into the end zone. Extra point good, 7-0, Lubbock Estacado. Here comes the Matadors again, but instead they're picked off by Judd Tyree, and he's going to tote it 20 yards on a return, but that would come up short for the Bulldogs. And here comes Nathan as he breaks loose again for the Matadors, and he finds pay dirt. That's 13-0, Lubbock Estacado, and they get the win by a final of 34-17. Let's go now down the road on I-40. Denver City taking on Bushland in the first quarter. We were scoreless. Matthew Della Rosa, no time whatsoever to pass. Chance Wood brings him down for the sack, and later on the ensuing drive, Colton Moore flips it out to Boston Andrews, and you can't teach speed, and Andrews has certainly got that. He is into the end zone, 44-yard touchdown, 7-0 the Falcons. Later in the first, same score. Moore back to pass again. He's looking for John Hames, and Hames sheds a tackler, gets tripped up, but still good enough for a first down a few plays later. Andrews takes the handoff and fights his way into the end zone. Now 14-0 Bushland. This one wasn't even a contest. 50-21. The Falcons fly in this one.
Well, let's take you now to that game. Pampa taking on Levelland. The first quarter, and we're scoreless here. But this guy, Nick Gerber, he drops back to pass, and he finds Daniel Hurd wide open for the game's first score. Then, after a Harvester turnover, Gerber hits Jeffrey Elliott, and he is
that dude's moving for a big boy.
Going all the way to the house, put the Lobos up 14-0. Then late here in the first, guess who it is again? It's Gerber, but this time he's getting nailed in the backfield by Isaiah Baggett. Could possibly be a big hit there. And Gerber on 3rd and long finds Hearn again, and he's down to the 5-yard line. That would end the first quarter. Then second quarter, next play here, and Chris Gerber, this kid, just gonna finish off the drive to put the Lobos up some more as they get the win, 47-14. And that was actually, they claimed the district championship last night. And Chris Gerber, he ranks second in the nation in passing yards, so of course you're going to see an impressive game out of him.
One more score, Brownfield taking on Dalhart, and the Golden Wolves win at home, 28-13 the final. A big win for them as they've certainly been up and down at times this season, but they're up, way up tonight with another victory, 28-13 over the Brownfield Cubs.
Right, and so now with that win, Dalhart and Bushland both in the playoffs, and of course Pampa already in the playoffs because of that small
14 district. That's right. Well, good to see the Bushland Falcons get healthy. They certainly have battled injuries all season long, and Borger into the postseason, despite a tough loss to Estacado, but in the postseason, can't beat that. That's what you're working for, and they'll just try to get back on track next week and get some momentum shifting their way before they start the bi-district round of the playoffs. Again, that's just 2 weeks from tonight. Hard to believe that we're already that far into the high school football season, and it's hard to believe that how close District 3 5A is.
I'm excited.
And that's where we're going next. So be sure and stick with us. You're watching the wrap-up.